like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hello and welcome. Good morning, good evening, good day, wherever you are. It is February the 15th, 2021, and I am the Angry Angel. And this is Ask an Angel. Hello. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Oh, so been a busy week. Yeah, very busy week actually. A lot of crazy things happening on in the world, in the US specifically. I'm not going to get into that because this is not a that kind of a show. We're not a debate show. It's a question and answer show, an advice show, where people ask me questions and I strive to answer them the best of my ability. Disclaimer: I am not a shrink, not a psychiatrist. I'm not a professional by any means. I'm not your mommy. I'm not your daddy. I'm not none of that. I'm just a guy who is good at giving advice, but I hold no responsibility for what you do with that advice. You can ask me the question. If you choose to use it, cool. If you choose not to use it, that's fine as well. The only thing I get is a little question, and I can't predict the future. I just tell you what I would do if I was in that situation. If you choose to do something and it doesn't work out, you're still responsible for your own actions. But usually the bad stuff doesn't happen. Usually good stuff, strangely enough, happens. To all my YouTube fans, welcome. I am growing on YouTube. I just noticed today. As small as the number is, I've got 18 subscribers. So thank you to everybody on YouTube. And if you haven't already done so, please click subscribe. It's definitely going to help me. And click like and all that kind of stuff. For my Twitch fans, please go ahead and click the follow button. That way you can know when the show comes available. And I do various other things, from this to gaming and all that kind of stuff. The YouTube people, you're going to be watching this. You won't be watching this live. You'll be watching it recorded. If anyone from anywhere wants to ask a question, it's right there. That's the address. AskAnAngryAngel@gmail.com. Eventually that's going to change as well. It's going to be a bit more powerful. I'm going to have to make it bigger. Welcome, Mr. Nate. It's going to be better. A bit more easy to get to. Oh, should I just type in? I wanted to just put Ask an Angel, but that's apparently taken. Probably by some kind of religious group or whatever, I don't know. But so I've streamlined my questions. I got my Stream Deck working so that I won't need to keep copy and pasting and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be so much easier for me to just bring up the question. I have to close down one, open up the other. Still working on it, still tweaking it to get it just the way I want to, but I won't need to pop out I'll just click a button and there's the question. Today I've got 11 questions. In the future, from now on, the max question I've decided I'm just going to stick at 12. 12 is going to be that lucky number. Instead of going to 13 and maybe jinxing it, 12. It doesn't matter if it goes to an hour, it doesn't matter if it goes to shorter, longer, whatever. 12 questions is now the official max that I'll be asking on my stream. It even opens it up for more questions later on. Question wise, usually it's just questions of like relationships and stuff like that. I have started to be a bit more open to some sexual questions, but keep in mind it's Twitch. And while I am marked as a mature channel, I do need to still be careful, right? So I screen the questions. So if the question itself is very inappropriate, I probably won't answer it online. I'll try to answer it in text, in email right back, but I'll do my best to get the answer to you. What else? That's really it. Let's get to the questions. Question number 1. From Angela. When do you know your relationship was over? That's an interesting question. My relationship's not over. Far from it. Can't get rid of her. Kidding. No, I'm very happily married. But no, it's a difficult thing. Like I've always been that person, as I don't really believe. I keep going and going and going. But if it is really toxic, you kind of know it. Or there's just no. If there's nothing, like some people go, oh, if the physical relationship is gone, the relationship's over. That's not true. I mean, fuck. My grandparents were married well into their 50s. Well, I say like 50 years of marriage, and they were still good, right? So I don't believe that there's a set thing, other than maybe if both parties are just not in love anymore. But even then, there's ways to like respark. But if neither party is willing to respark it, then yeah, move on. Everybody deserves to be happy in every relationship. Hello, Misty X. Yeah, everybody deserves to be happy in any form of relationship. Even, I'm not talking like romantic relationships, in friendship, anything. Everybody should be happy. And if there is some kind of, like, try to make it work, try to fix it. But I don't think you I guess you kind of know. I mean, if the person is saying, fuck, we're over, I think at that point you know it's over. But if you're in a relationship and it's still feeling stale, it's not necessarily over. It's like a dead battery. Just give it a fucking jump, right? I'm not saying that either party is dead. I'm just saying sometimes romance, that's really, if you think about it, that's what Valentine's Day is really about. People give, oh, it's just a Hallmark card, holiday. And while that might be true, it is a good day that does, and you don't really need to have a set day to do it, but it is one right there that every relationship should try to use to just spark a little fucking fire in the relationship. Problem is everybody else is doing the same thing, and it's no longer spontaneous. The best part of relationships that really spark that fire is the spontaneity. Don't wait for February the 14th to fucking do it when you can. Do it whenever. Don't do it like because it's expected. Don't do it because that's the norm. Do it outside of the norm. That's what it really counts the most. It's kind of like telling somebody, hey, I'm just going to take a moment out of my day. Like, just text the person, hey, I'm just taking a moment out of my day just to let you know I'm thinking about you right now. Especially when you're in the busiest moment. The busiest moment there is, you are so busy, you're doing all kinds of things, and there's nothing that can really pull you away to, you're busy, like, fuck, whatever you're doing. You just take a moment to say, I'm thinking about you. Done. That's all it fucking takes. And that can actually be have more of an impact than anything. Because it's like, you just took that moment, that exact moment right there, when there's so much packed on. You stepped aside and let the person know I'm thinking about you. Huge impact. bring a person to tears. But yeah, that's a quick and simple question. With a quick and simple answer. So I'm going to move on to the next question. Turn that one on, turn that one on. All right. What is the next question? Question number 2. From Blake. How to stop being friend zoned? It happens every time I meet a girl, I get to know her, and we go on a few dates, and before you know it, she's seeing another guy, some other guy, and I'm just friend. It does happen, and it can happen. There's no end to, but you know what? I think you really stop being friend zoned when you stop. Yeah, you stop being friend zoned when you stop thinking that you're friend zoned. If you tell yourself, I'm friend zone, I'm in the friend zone, then you're in the friend zone. If you think you don't have a chance, you don't have a chance. Stop telling yourself this. You like a girl. You know the best thing to do if you like a girl in a moment like this when you think you might get friend zone, tell the girl that you like her. Holy fuck. That's it. That's all you need to do. Let her know. I didn't mean to scare people, but no, that's really it. You just tell the poor thing, not the poor thing, the girl that you like. Just fucking say it, or guy, or whatever. Stop holding back on. Oh, I'm meek and I can't. What if they don't like me? Then they don't like you, and it sucks. Yeah, it does suck, absolutely. But you know what? It sucks even more liking somebody and not knowing if they like you back. Right? It sucks. So don't do that bit. That bit right there really, really sucks. And then seeing that person with somebody else going, if there is that 1% chance that person does like you back, you're not saying anything. That's not on them. That's on you. I can't even tell you when I was younger how many girls I actually liked that I didn't say anything to. And yes, they ended up being... I remember in high school there's this girl. I was nuts about her. Nuts about her. And I didn't have... My mental... I put on such a goddamn pedestal. I wouldn't even let myself... You guys have heard me swear. It took about 3 or 4 years before my mouth could fucking utter a swear word around her. My mind had put her on such a pedestal. I'd asked her out on dates. I was... fucking mess mentally because I was not myself around her. And that's another thing. You can't do that. You can't be something that you're not. Don't be something that you're not to impress a girl. Be yourself at all times. Don't take a step back. If you swear around the girl. Let the girl know you. Chances are she'll like you more for you. And if she doesn't, then she's not the one. And as hard as that is to hear, this is the truth. Because the one will accept you for who you are. I swear, girl likes me, I swear, that's really it. She has to like it because I'm not going to stop. I'm done changing who I am to please people. This is me. I'm actually a pretty nice guy. I'm not mean. I don't hurt people. I'm a nice guy. So somebody's going to like me, they're going to like me. And same as you. You want to be... out of the friend zone, go up to the girl and say, hey, you know what, I kind of like you. If she's seeing some other guy, I wouldn't do it at that point, because you're going to get a slap, either of her, or of him, or of her, whatever. Whoever she's dating might give you a fuck off. But if she's not seeing anybody, stop telling yourself you're friend zoned. Fuck, do something nice. Hey, you want to go and see a movie? Yeah, cool. We're friends. Oh, whatever. And then you go to dinner. You want to have dinner or whatever before we see the movie? Yeah. Sit down at the damn table and then tell her. This is what I've been meaning to tell you. I kind of like you. I've liked you for so long. And I don't want to fuck up our friendship. But I'd like to see where things can go. She might be a little embarrassed. She might have been wanting to shake you and go, what the fuck took you so damn long? She might be thinking the same damn thing. Only she doesn't know my email address to fucking send me the email about being friend zoned. But anyway, I do digress. That's really the answer. Stop being a coward and go and fucking ask the girl. Go tell her, hey, I like you. You're kind of pretty. Don't say kinda. Just tell her you're just fucking pretty and you like her. That's it. Anyway, question number 3. Kill question 1, kill question 1, turn on question 3. I love this setup. It's so much nicer instead of copying and pasting during the show. It's so much nicer. Question number 3 from Kia. As an awesome name. You share the name with my car. Question: if your kid didn't like someone you were dating, and you ask them, and you ask why, and they say because they're mean to them, would you still date them? Well, one, I don't have a kid, but I've been in a similar situation. I dated somebody who had kids. No, I wasn't mean to them, but the thing is, this is where it gets really tricky. And this is, did nobody watch Jerry Maguire? When you date somebody who's got children, you're entering in, it's going to sound creepy, but it's not. You're entering in a 3-way relationship, right? A relationship that's already there. Mother and son, mother and daughter, mother, whatever, father and daughter. That relationship is a relationship of love and care and all that stuff, and they will be number one at all points. But the thing is, we're adults. And as adults, we can see this. We can see the differences and stuff like that. We can see, but the children, they don't. They are learning about their own emotions, their own jealousy, and all that kind of stuff. And you've just entered their lives, or your boyfriend has just entered your life. And while you might think there's no big deal with it, the kids are like, what the fuck? This person's going to take... This person's not my dad. This person's not my mom. This person is... What the fuck? They feel a negative feeling. And they are confused as fuck. That's why I strongly tell people, you know what, talk to the kid before you actually get into the relationship. Don't get into the relationship if it's just a flyby. I mean, don't introduce the kid unless the relationship is going to be a serious relationship, because the kid could actually, it could be the opposite. The kid could fall in love with the person, and if the relationship doesn't work out and it's just a booty call or whatever once in a while, the kid's gonna get crushed. But the flip side, to the person dating a parent, a single parent, and you want to be serious, make sure the kid is happy. Not suck, and do not go in the relationship thinking that you're already the father or the mother or whatever. Do not do that, because the moment you start putting that in, you're gonna rub both the wrong way. You are just a new relationship. Over time, once you are invited to be more of a parent role, let's say you get married and blah blah blah, that's when you can start being a bit more authoritative and blah blah, right? But they've got a mother, they've got a father. You start screwing with that dynamic in any way, shape or form, or trying to take control, even though you might not be trying to be mean, that's exactly how you're going to be looked at. And the kid, 9 times out of 10, will take precedent, right? And it'll kill the relationship. And maybe not right away, but it will build up and build up and build up and build up and build up, right? It's kind of like, we all know, it's like if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's the definition of insanity. And after a relationship, we'll see that. It's like, you know what? He made that one mistake. If there's a pattern, they see a pattern, and they end the relationship. So, if you're the parent and you've got somebody coming in, would I personally still date the person just because the kid said they're being mean? Maybe. See, it's not about the dating. The first part I'd be wanting to know is I'd be saying to the kid, hey, in what way is he being mean? Oh, he didn't do what I fucking wanted. A lot of kids as well make that big mistake. But we can't tell them. You can't really tell. I mean, you can explain, you can teach, you can say, no, that's inappropriate. But they make the thing as, just because you're dating the mother or the father means Because you are technically, you're dating both of them. You're dating the family. You are now in this dynamic. But that does not mean that just because the person is doing nice things for the mother, that automatically means they're going to be wrapped around the finger of the child. And it shouldn't be. Single fathers, if you're getting into dating and shit like that, it's wrong of you to expect that person to, I mean, yes, they have to accept the family dynamic, but you also need to take into account that the child is going to manipulate a bit, whether to have more time with mommy or daddy, like, which is, it's fine. Kids want attention, and kids need attention, but you can't to just side with the kid just because they're your kid. You're setting a precedent of, you're teaching them something right there, and that behavior will affect as they grow. It's a difficult one. It's why myself, I personally, before I got married, if I dated somebody, it would always be somebody single. It's not exactly true. It didn't always work out that way, but that was always my goal. I dated parents before, but it can be such a landmine. So, to the person dating a parent, and to the parent dating somebody else, notice the issues, recognize the difficulties. Don't try to run into it like, oh, you know what, I can date like that. No. You can't. This is a new, unknown country to you, an unknown concept, an unknown. And I don't care if you've dated before while being. Every single one is totally different, and you just need to recognize the potential problems that you face. Don't take it lightly. Don't go, oh, I'm just going to go. No, even if you're just going to fucking dinner, do not take it lightly. Not just for your relationships side, but also for the kids' side. Do I think you should end the relationship because your kid says no? Ask them. What do you mean by that? Elaborate. What do you mean by the being mean? Is it that they didn't buy them a chocolate bar? That's not being mean. And you shouldn't expect them to be just doing things. Are they calling them names? Are they just teasing, trying to be friendly and trying to impress you? If that's what it is, have a conversation with the person that you're dating and go, you know what, he doesn't like that and I don't like my kid being upset. Can you? And if at that point they're not willing to adapt their behavior, I'd shut it down. I'd say, then it's not going to work. Give them the chance to change their behavior. However, if the kid is rubbed the wrong way, so to speak, then there's a chance it's going to start going downhill. But I would at least give them the benefit of the doubt to adapt. Not to necessarily change, because you shouldn't be demanding people change who they are. If you fell in love with somebody because they've got whatever, they make you laugh, and then they make you laugh around the kid, and the kid doesn't like the way they make you laugh, don't ask them to not make you laugh. It's who they are. It's who you are. Exactly. As with these answers and solutions, communication. Exactly. And it should be a community. And that's the other thing as well. There should be, because there's now 3 people involved. I'm just going with the one kid, right? A single kid, single mom, single kid. When you get in a relationship, there's now 3 people involved, and you need to have the different separate types of conversations. You need to have the conversations adult to adult, so you and the adult that you're dating. I'm assuming you're dating an adult. They need to be that conversation. Then the mother or father of the child need to have a conversation and say, this does not mean I don't love you. Tell them that you're still very, very important to me. You're my kid. You're always going to be number one. But I'm now dating this person. And then have a 3-way conversation to go through any issues that's going on, so that you can see that your child is, that they're trying to make it work. And if the dynamic is not quite working, give it a month, right? If it's still having issues, then maybe it's time to, but at least try and communicate. Unless, of course, you don't want to date the guy, then stop using the kid as a fucking scapegoat and end the relationship. If you're not wanting it, oh, he's being mean, and don't use the kid as a scapegoat. If you don't want to date the guy, don't date the guy or girl or whoever. But alright, that is question number 3. Turn that off, turn that on. My next step to getting this is going to be, I just push one button and it'll do it automatically. It's almost got it perfect. Almost. Alright, question number 4. From Alicia, how do you really know? How do you really know someone has changed? It's usually the sound, and they turn into a car. No. I know that's a bad joke. Shut up. I have caught my boyfriend many times being shady. In his phone, what? Shady in his phone in the past. Our last breakup was the worst. How many times have you broken up? Was the worst, and it was for about a year. We got back together after that time apart, and he promised things would be different. Now we're having a baby, and I'm trying my hardest to trust him, but sometimes I just get this voice in the back of my head saying awful things, and I find myself thinking of 100 things he's probably doing behind my back. How do I really trust him? Stop thinking those 100 things. That might be a good step. Because you just said you're finding yourself doing that. If he hasn't actually done anything, stop thinking of those 100 things. Until he's done something over a year ago. But in this question, you haven't actually said he's done something. I've caught him. You caught him like way long time ago. I think it's crazy the fact that he got back together. See, for me, on again, off again relationships are just bad news. I've done it a couple of times, gotten back together with an ex. It is just bad news. If you're gonna end the relationship, fucking end the relationship. Because you're asking for a moment. This right here, what you're doing is exactly the thing that, anything that broke the relationship up. As soon as they get back together, that's gonna be in the back of your head. Is he gonna do that again? Is he gonna say that again? Are they gonna be, and both, not only you, he's gonna be thinking, I guarantee he's gonna be thinking the exact same thing. Whatever ended it, he's probably thinking, oh, is she gonna do it again? Is she gonna end it? Now, you caught him doing something, and that's shitty, and so I'm not excusing him out of that. But at the same time, you decided, not only as an adult, I'm pointing this out, that you're a full-grown woman, you decided to not only get involved in a relationship, have sex with this guy, allow yourself to be impregnated, because I'm sorry, it takes 2 to get somebody pregnant. I mean, I don't know what school you went to, but it takes 2. It really does. And before anybody goes, oh, well, they can go to the doctor and they can have it artificially inseminated. It's still a second person. There's still 2 people involved. Science has not figured that one out yet. So there's 2 people involved. And you decided to get in bed and have a baby. And that's beautiful. And I'm happy for you guys. But you need to stop. I'm reading this entire thing. And at no point did I see you say, I caught him again, that bastard. No, you're suspicious, you're scared. And I understand that you're scared, but you're scaring the shit out of yourself. It's like going through a house and go, I think there's a fucking ghost in here. Why? Because I watched a ghost movie the other night. Holy fuck. No. Stop fucking psyching yourself into this shit. You're making it worse. What you could do is maybe for yourself. At this point, I would say for yourself, maybe go and seek some counseling without him knowing, to get that thought out of your head. You don't need, unless he's actually done something, don't jump to conclusions. Because one, if he hasn't, and you've basically said, oh, you rat bastard, I think you're cheating, and he killed the relationship, not only have you for nothing, but you've damaged a relationship between your child and the parents. This could be a beautiful thing. This could be, quite often, the kids are a big fix to relationships. You shouldn't have a baby to fix the relationship, but you'll be surprised just how many times the kid gets involved, and there's a lot of fixes, including a guy, and yes, I'm talking about guys as well. They grow the fuck up a bit and go, you know what? I'm a father now. I need to grow the fuck up, and it does. It happens over and over again, and they change. But he hasn't done anything. So you can think 100 times that he's probably, you don't know probably. This is over a year ago. I mean, hang on, you're pregnant. So you got back together after a year. So this is definitely, I mean, you wouldn't know, this is more than a year. You're about to have a baby. Stop thinking this shit before you even, you're going to stress yourself out and you're going to screw the baby up too. Just, fuck, yeah. Stop stressing yourself out. Stop making it worse than what it needs to be at the moment. Unless you see him actually doing some shady things, which he said, I called my being shady in his phone in the past. Oh, wait. You haven't actually said that you called him actually doing anything bad. I called him being shady with his phone. Shady's kind of like suspicious. That's how I know the word shady. You haven't actually called him doing anything. You've just been suspicious of stuff you've seen in his phone. And I don't trust. It sounds like you actually have more of the trouble with the trust than anything. It sounds like you've got trust issues, not just in him, but yourself. I think you probably could use some form of counsel. Now, it's not to insult you. It's just to find out where that level of mistrust really is, where it is rooted. And they'll help you find it. Oh, yeah. Question number... Let me kill that one. Let me kill that one. Question number 5. Oh, yeah. Moving along quite nicely. Started this 30 minutes ago. I've got 11 questions. I might actually wrap this up within an hour. We shall see. All right, question number 5 from Cody. I saw my friend's girlfriend cheat on him with another guy. Okay. I was reading that wrong. Should I tell my friend? Okay. As I was talking with a person early on, you're now in a situation that is involving, I'm not kidding, a landmine. Or a field of landmines. And you need to fucking navigate through this issue carefully. Because you want to be loyal to your friend, right? You got your best friend and your girlfriend. One, you wanna ask, hang on, you caught him with another guy. Now, were they having sex or was it just around another guy? Did you see them kissing? Was there some form of activity between your friend's girlfriend and this guy? Do you know who this guy is? Do you have any information? This guy could be just a brother, could be a friend from work. But you're saying you've caught him. If you've caught them like making out, like his tongue's down her throat, that's a little different. Yes, you've got something on him. But now this is where it gets dangerous. If you were to tell him, one, you're going to be putting strain on your friendship. Because one, if you're wrong, you're gone. You'll be gone. I can tell you right now, if my close friend existed, if my best friend was real and they said, hey, your girlfriend's cheating on you. I just saw her with a guy. That's her doctor, you dickhead. Get the fuck away. You're trying to break me and my girlfriend up. Right? I'd be pissed. You're trying to damage the relationship. But, there's that saying, people keep saying, what's that? Bros before hoes. And shit, and I know there's the flip side, I can't remember what it is, but, chicks before dicks? No, that can't be right. Anyway, But there's that saying, but really, relationships, people have been in relationships, and you know how powerful that love can actually be. Sometimes it could be really fucking bad. I can tell you from my experience, seeing the flip side of it, if it's wrong, chick will fucking go all fucking Freddy Krueger on the other chick. You try to screw up me and my relationship. Are you after my man? And she'll fucking that's why they've got so long nails. I'm just kidding. Don't leave me, because I've only got like 3 viewers. I didn't mean it. But no, seriously. It's a dangerous thing to do if you go and tell. But at the same time, you want to tell them. So what you want to do is really find out for sure if this was something that's going on. You don't want to really screw up something if there's nothing to it. If there is no actual cheating going on, be more observant, or you could lose not only your friend, and let's say your friend does choose you, and then you find out there was no cheating going on. The guilt in yourself, if that was a really good relationship, that could even turn to marriage one day. Who knows? Your friend was happy, and you've destroyed it over suspicions. That's why do not disclose anything till you know for sure. If she is, then yeah, you've got a couple of options. One, go to him. Like I said, you go to your friend and say, hey, I think. The other one, go to his girlfriend and go, hey. I wouldn't advise that one, because then if she covers it up, makes you look bad, blah blah blah. You want to avoid that. So you'd go to him, but only and only if you have concrete information. Like I'm not talking just they're standing next to each other, they've given each other a kiss on the cheek. You don't know who they are. You don't know who the other person is. If you happen to go around the corner and she's on her knees or something, and yes, tell your friend. I would anyway. If you can get some kind of evidence as well. If you can take a picture. Get proof. Don't just say it, because they might not want to believe it. They probably won't want to believe it, and it's gonna hurt. And go on. If you do tell them, if you've got proof, you've it's a done deal, dude. Your girlfriend's cheating on you. Be gentle about it. I mean, if the person's just a booty call, fuck whatever. If this is a girl that the guy that your friend really likes, and you sure get ready to catch him and go off of his schedule or what he needs. He might want you to be around there, together. He might want nothing to do with you. There's a song that I like that actually makes me sad, but it's a good song. What is it? How does it go? I know you love her, but it's over, mate. What the hell is the name of that song? I think it's called It'll Be Alright. It will be... Yeah, it's called It'll Be Alright. Dean Lewis. I think that's the one. Dean Lewis. Be Alright. Go look it up. Good song. Really good song. Sad, but you need to be there to catch him. But if he doesn't want you around, don't leave him per se, but be close that if he needs a friend. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Fill that one on. Turn that one on. Question number 6. Yeah, it's such a dangerous one. I'm hoping it works out. I'm hoping that you're wrong. Because I like to think that the world has actually got a lot of nice people in it. Is it acceptable for an ex to... from Maxine. Is it acceptable for an ex to wish you happy Valentine's Day when you're single and they're in a committed relationship with the woman? What the fuck? That he... Hang on. Is it acceptable? You're Maxine. Is it acceptable for an ex to wish you happy Valentine's Day when he's in a relationship? Okay, I see. Yeah. When he cheated on you with... I'm struggling hard with this concept, wondering if I'm overreacting. I would say yes and no. Pretty much every relationship, when they end, I've never really believed the concept. I still don't understand the concept of love just turning on and off, on and off, on and off. It's not a fucking light switch. So to me, making love go away is really fucking difficult, right? Like, I don't even know if you really can. I can easily say I have affection for every woman I've ever dated. I have some form of love. It's not gone away. It is filtered. It is covered up. It is like a dead body that's buried and you've tossed dirt over it. That body's still there. Morbid, I know, but you get what I'm saying. Love itself is always still there. It's usually just compounded with all the negative shit that's happened. And also, over time, it's there, but kind of forgotten. And when those memories resurface, it comes back. And that sounds like what's happening. He's trying to be nice. He's trying to be sweet. It's up to you what you do with it. Now, if he's just saying, hey, happy Valentine's Day, move on. What the fuck? I have the fucking cashier at a fucking supermarket very randomly the other day, not on Valentine's Day, the day before, saying happy Valentine's Day as a way of saying have a nice day. Instead of have a nice day, looked right at me. It's a little weird, but she said happy Valentine's Day. I still don't personally know what to think of it. Like, was it inappropriate or whatever? But I thought nothing of it. I'm like, happy Valentine's Day to you too. And continued on. I didn't make a big deal of it. Had she basically said, happy Valentine's Day, here's my number, then it changes. So if your ex is saying, happy Valentine's Day, hey, wanna get together, wink wink, then there's something weird about that. Especially if he's in it. But just to say happy Valentine's Day, it's no different than fucking saying, hey, Merry Christmas. What do you mean Merry Christmas? You want me to get naked? No, he doesn't want. He just said Merry Christmas. This person just said happy Valentine's Day. It's a sweet romantic fuck. You see kids saying happy Valentine's Day to each other. It doesn't really mean anything. It's a day that everybody tries to say nice things. It really is just another... It's Merry Christmas in a romantic way, but not necessarily romantic because it's become nothing. Not a big fucking deal. It's like somebody saying Happy Easter when they're not even the slightest bit religious. They're just saying Happy Easter with no meaning behind it. It's just, I mean, yes, could there be something behind this? Could he be trying to get something? But you know what? You're a full-grown woman. Do you know what you can say if he does? No, thank you. Or just say Happy Valentine's Day back, and then end it. That's it. We don't need to say it right now, because the truth is, today's the 15th, and it's not Valentine's Day, so who fucking cares? But anyway, I do digress. Question number 7. Here we go. From Riam. From Riam. From Riam. None of that sounds right. From this guy. Opinions on girls who show off their bodies online. Okay. So many do it. OnlyFans, Insta, and TikTok are common. Probably more girls do it than don't. What do you think of this behavior? Is it hot or shameful? Do you respect girls who do it or not care? Or just see it for what it is, attention seeking? Is this really a question? Slap you? I don't respect or disrespect. One, I don't know the girls, right? I don't disrespect them. I don't know them well enough to disrespect. I'm not gonna disrespect them for wanting to show off their body. If they want to show off their body, it's their body. For fuck's sake, dude, grow the fuck up. I'm sorry. This questions are pissing me off. Is it attention seeking? Who cares if it's attention seeking? What, they're not allowed to have attention? Are you gonna make it a bad thing because they want attention? Lots of people want attention. We're humans. We want to know that we're seen. There's nothing wrong with that. Hell, I'm having a show here. Do you think this is attention-seeking behavior? Me having this show. So people will come and... Really, if you think about it. And so what, they want to show off a little bit. They're proud of their body. You're going to shame them for being proud of their body? No, it's not shameful. Grow the fuck up. Fuck OnlyFans. Instagram. Who cares? Here's the thing. I don't know if your phone's not working or not, if you're having a problem with it, but you know what? My phone, like most people's phones, if you do this, the picture that you're offended by, that you're ashamed of, blah, 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 goes the fuck away. Most of us call it scrolling. If you do that, it will go away. If you don't like it, move on. But really, you're on TikTok. To even get that kind of, those pictures coming up, you had to have been searching. On Instagram, you had to be searching. On OnlyFans, you not only need to search, you need to actually pay money. Fuck off, you hypocrite! What? Really? Don't shame people on my fucking... This question, I won't even addressing this question. To point out you're a dick. Stop shaming people. I don't care what they want to do. As long as they're not hurting anybody, which they're not. If that hurt you, to look at those the girls who wanna... I mean, Instagram, you can't show much anyway. The most you can show is bikini. Have you never been to a beach? Have you never been swimming? Most of the fucking bikinis these days have fucking less than what they show on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And so they want to shake their ass on TikTok. Yeah, I've seen the dancers. I'm a grown man. They're gonna jiggle their bums. I'm not gonna turn my eyes away. Good for them. I get to enjoy it as being a grown man. They get to enjoy going, hey, I'm sexy and I know it. They get to feel good about themselves. They are actually happy doing what they're doing. Good for them. Get the fuck out of my... Give me one... Okay. Pay attention to this thing, because this is not the end of this question. Chat, please give me a 1 if you think that this guy's an asshole. He's got my dando up. Hang on, I'm going to help here. There! My chat said 1. Fucking prick. How come people fucking think like that? Like, it's 2021 for fuck's sake. Get out of underneath that goddamn rock. They want to fucking show... Whatever. Who cares? Not hurting anybody. Shameful. Fuck. You're shameful for fucking trying to make somebody who's trying to feel good about themselves. And you want to make it sound like it's shameful? Fuck them, though. It's proudful. Good for them. Good for fucking them. Have confidence in yourself. Fuck. And then you're picking on girls. Fuck. Guys can fucking, I can take my shirt off and be all fucking, look at me, I'm fucking sexy as I'm using my power tools. But a fucking woman wears a fucking bikini. And no, they're not wearing a bikini. They're wearing, most of the ones that's on TikTok are wearing clothes. They're just jiggling their bum and doing that little twerking dance or whatever the fucking this shit is that they're doing. They're having fun. They're smiling. What do you think of this behavior? I think it's good for them. Good for them. That's what I think. I think I'm happy for them. Now, be gone. Get the fuck up. Disgusting question off my... Okay, from Colton. Question 8 from Colton. My wife doesn't ever ask me for sex. I literally have to beg for a little sex life I have with her. When she gets mad, we're arguing. She verbally says she doesn't like to have sex with me. Should I go ahead and get a divorce? If sex is the only thing that's for you, yes, because that's kind of crummy. I think it's crummy that she said she doesn't like have sex with you. If she's refusing to ever have sex with you, if she's saying she doesn't like to have sex with you, maybe you need to talk to her and go, what is it that you don't like? Maybe there's something that you can do. Maybe there's something you can change, you can work on. Maybe you should also ask her, does she like you at all? Is she still in love with you? Because if she's not, then yes, absolutely, you should get a divorce. The way if she said what you said, that's kind of a shitty thing to have said to you, and I feel bad that you've had to have her say that. That's shitty. Doesn't like that. Now you should maybe ask her: is it that she doesn't like having sex with you, or she just doesn't like having sex? There could also be maybe some mental things. Maybe she's going through some things. Maybe I don't know how old you guys are, right? I've known women who they'll be very, very sexual at one point in their life, and then they get older. And it's not that sex is now a turn off, but something has been sparked from memories of sexual abuse when they were younger, and so their sexual drive takes a dive until they've worked it out in their head. Some kind of counseling, right? Could be a thing. But you really want to ask her, does she still love you? Does she still, right? If she does, then try to figure it out. Basically say, you know what? You like sex. You want to have sex. You want to have sex with your wife. And you want to know how to get back to that point where you're not trying to force or anything like that, but you're a sexual being and you should be able to have it. And if she's not, you need to say, well, then we need to find an alternative. If she's not wanting to, there are plenty others that will. You're not trying to give an ultimatum. You say, we need to fix this. We need to fix this. We need to find out what's going on. If it is something mentally, if it's that you're not interested in sex ever again, it's a little harsh to ask you to just give up sex altogether just because she does. But at the same time, you might want to try to be a bit more supportive of why. There could be a lot more going on that you actually know. And being selfish and going, oh, I just want to get my rocks off, so I'm going to divorce you. That's selfish, dude. Find out why first. I'm not saying excusing what she said. That if that is what she said, that's shitty. But it could be that she's frustrated because if she does love you and she's frustrated that she can't give you what you want, she's getting frustrated and fucking, oh, I don't want to have sex with you, blah blah blah. It might not be that it's with you. It could be just sex in general. that scares her. I've known plenty of girls like that. Plenty. But anyway, that's that question. Let's move on to question number 9. Bum, 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 bum. From Emily. I got pregnant in congratulations. With my husband's... Okay. I was reading that wrong. I'm like, how many fucking husbands do you have? But then, yeah, okay. And okay. With my husband's husband, I'm going to change that because it's my husband and I, first baby. My mother died, oh, fuck. My mother died in same year, December. A month after I had our child, I went through my husband's phone and saw for a year that he has been cheating on me with texting other women. He legit made a whole different life with Snapchat, dating. This is a different, and all different, and had all different texting apps. And also hundreds of dollars to them, closer to $800. He was engaging with these women and women he knew the day of my mom's funeral. What a dick. And the other day our child was born. I can't seem to shake it, and he makes it seem like there's something wrong with me. Obviously, that was the hardest year ever because I lost my ear and suffered from PPD. What the hell's PPD? What is PPD? Disorder. Postpartum depression. A complex mix of physical, emotional, and behavioral changes that happen in some women after giving birth, according to DSM-5A manual used to diagnose mental disorders. PPD is a form of major depression that begins. Fuck. Okay. Learning. So PPD. But I told him I want to get a divorce and move back home. But he keeps fighting with me about it. I have given myself enough time to try and heal while living with him, but it's not working. We are living in SC because he's military. And I just want to go back to NY, so that's New York, SC, South Carolina. Okay. And figure my life out without him, but he's not letting me breathe. I need advice. Well, nobody really wants to lose a relationship. Oh, this is a bugger of a one. Sorry that you've gone through all this. It's very shitty of what he did, and he shouldn't be blaming you. There's no excuse for what he did. None. The chatting's chatting. Snapchat. It's what I was saying when a moment ago with fucking Instagram and shit like that. People fucking use those apps for all kinds of things. I'm not excusing it, but the sending money to me is the most outrageous thing, and then engaging the day of the funeral. It's fucked up. That is fucked up. I'm sorry about your mother. I'm sorry about that shit you're going through. His behavior, Do you... I wish I could get you on the show, because, which I'm eventually going to have. I'm going to have like multiple screens so that I can have people come on and ask the questions live. So literally there'll be the question and there'll be 2 screens, but that's down the road. I wish I could get you on here to ask this, because the first question I want to ask is, do you love him? If you don't love him, move. This shitty stuff he's done. You've got... This is where things get difficult. Is 1, he's married. 2, he's got a kid. Now got a kid together. Clearly, a lot of guys, when they make a mistake like that, they don't want to even own up to the mistake, and they try to cover the mistake up quite often with an argument. Disguise it. Just try to turn it around and make it on you. Don't let that happen. Don't let it go, oh, you did this. No. You did this, dude. You did this. You were texting these people. You were sending the money. You. I mean, yes, maybe you could be like a little bit at fault. Maybe you weren't giving him attention, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, you didn't force him to go and be with somebody else. That was his decision. So you're not to blame for his actions. It might be like a not symptom. It might be a reaction. There you go. It's a reaction. His action is a reaction of something you did, but it's not your fault for him actually doing it. That's his reaction to it. Not fault. Just reacting. I mean, I don't know what the cause is, where it all came from and shit like that, but yeah, the first question I would ask is, do you still love him? If you do, then you definitely need some form of counseling. Absolutely. I'm hoping, I would like to see you work this out, so that you can, not for you, not for him, but for the child. I'm not saying you should be taking abuse. Absolutely not. If there is just continuing of the same behavior, you don't deserve that behavior. But if you love him and you can fix it, sure, give it a try. Counseling. Massive levels of counseling. You definitely need counseling yourself. You've gone through a lot of stuff. The death of your mother, husband not really being there for you at all. You're going through a lot. And the PPS, what the fuck is it called? The PPCP, PCP, I think PPD. You're going through that as well, which it's extreme. I read it's an extreme depression because of it. So you're clearly not happy, and which explains why you'd want to go. But are you going to be going to some place where you're just going to be even more sad? If this can be fixed and he can fix it and he can be more supportive, and you can be happy ever after still, there could be that as an option. If you're just running away because you don't love him anymore, then yes, do that. But you call it a spade a spade. Say, I'm leaving, I'm not happy anymore, I'm not in love with you, blah, blah, blah. But if you do and you would like to see it get fixed, running away is not necessarily going to get it fixed. You need space, absolutely. Maybe go rent a fucking hotel room for a weekend. If you just need space, if that's what it is, then absolutely. But if he's military and he's not there anyway, you definitely should have friends around you, being there for you. But no, if you're not in love with them, don't use all this extra stuff as a reason to leave. You're unhappy, and you've got more than enough reasons that anybody would understand if you didn't want to continue the relationship. And him fighting, there's nothing he can fucking do to hold you there. Nothing. That's against the law. There's no law that's going to hold you to that place. The other thing is do you have a way to leave? This is where it gets even extra difficult, is financial. a place to be. That could be as well. He could be thinking you're in a frame of mind where you want to up and go and run away, but you might not be thinking clearly, because when most of us, all, not just male, not just female, when we are emotional, in some form of emotion, we never really think straight. When we're angry, we bash things and then feel bad. Oh, I can't believe when we're horny, we have sex with damn near anything that moves. Or like, oh, you'll do. We all make crazy decisions on motion. That we need to do is, he could be afraid that you're wanting to up and leave because you're emotional when things could be fixed, or things might be misunderstood. As I've said in the past, as was brought up a little while ago, of all my questions, communication is a big thing. And fighting is not part of a communication. He could be afraid that you're going to go to New York, and if you don't have some kind of support group in place to deal with your issues, from the emotional stuff and the PPD, all of it, that has bombarded you, up and leaving, could make the problem worse. So my suggestion is, if you can, say, you know what, I need to go away for a few days. I need to get some peace of mind. Go get in the car. Go to a lake. Go to the river. Don't jump in the river. If you are suffering any form of depression that you might do something silly, do not go anywhere. Seek help. Don't try to fucking go to New York. Seek counseling. If you've even thought at one point during the time of all this, do not go anywhere, seek counseling first. Then after the counseling, you still feel like you want to go, then go. Absolutely. If you feel that once you're better, but it could be dangerous, right? And I'm sorry that you're going through all of this, like massively. And I hope you send an email so I know later on that you are better. Like how it goes, like give us an update, so we know what you decide. But yeah, I definitely think you need some form of counseling. And if after that counseling you want to stay together, I think you both need counseling together. He needs to smarten the fuck up. He needs to be able to take, not blame, responsibility for his actions. Yeah. And he also needs somebody to tell him, and you can point at this video, that I said it was a dick move. I mean, whatever. Fuck, you could get over the whole fucking thing of you're talking to this girl, that girl, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But what makes it fucking 1,000 times worse, and to me, that would be unforgivable, is the doing it during your mother's funeral when he should be there for you. There's only one person he should be talking to. Not even talking to, just holding your hand, being there for you. It's cold as fuck. But anyway, I'm going to move on to the next question. Question number 10. We're almost at the end. 2 more questions to go. Question 10 from Anonymous. Question: is this disrespectful? My wife, oh fuck, it's another one of those. My wife's kids' father. So, okay, I think I get it. So the father of her kids. So she's got kids. When you met, you've got, okay, I get it. She never told me he was coming until he showed up. Then he comes in, asks whose slippers are these, because my wife tells him to take off his shoes. My wife goes, it's fine, you can wear them. So I looked down and they was mine. So, I mean, who else would they be? I don't think they would be the kids. I mean, is he not smart enough to know? I mean, does he not know that she's with you? Whose are these? I looked down, okay. So I said, how are you going to say he can wear my stuff? Then they go smoke together. So that means they share the same thing. Well, not necessarily if they're going to smoke. They're hanging out together, sure. Maybe I'm overreacting. I don't think so. I'm going to continue. Then she went out to smoke in her... In her car. And asked him to come to her car when he's done. I don't know when he comes around. It's like... Yeah, it's massively disrespectful, but I think it's worse. My gut... Brace yourself. Brace yourself. I think your wife's cheating on you with her ex. I would say I'm about 90% sure. 80 to 90% that your wife's cheating on you. You don't know when he's coming around. Like, the fact that I don't know... Does he know you exist? If he thinks that you're single, which would make sense of why he's like, oh, whose shoes are these? But if he knows you exist, then he knows who the fucking slippers are. And he's trying to push his weight around. That's what the action is. He's not acknowledging you. You need to do one of a few things. One, man the fuck up and say, get the fuck out of my goddamn house. If it was me, wouldn't fucking happen.